What's going on, everybody? It is now the time for the best show on the internet, on the Facebooks, on the YouTubes. We're not on Instagram yet. Put your fours up. Put your fours up. Let them know where you at. You're watching the Four Black Guys show.
What y'all doing?
I don't know. We digging in it, I guess.
Special effects or something?
Yeah, man, special effects.
Okay.
You know, we're trying to get them effects going.
There we go. I can see me a little better now.
Do we have to?
Oh.
Here we go. Here we go.
I hope everybody's having a great time. Had a good week. It was an astonishing week by every standard of the word of astonishing.
Absolutely.
And we got a whole bunch of news to go over, man. We're gonna, jibber jabber for just a minute. Let everybody get in. If you're on with us, go ahead and let us know that you're with us. Before we really get started, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that like button on the Four Black Guys page, and I want you to hear the share button and let everybody know. And if you're on the tube, I want you to smash the subscribe button.
Yes, sir. Smash it.
Smash it,
like it, and share it.
That bell to let them so you get an alert to when we go on live. All right. So if you're on now, let's go ahead and let us know you're in. As we're going to get started, I'm your boy Stephen Myers up in the house, and we're going to go through what everybody did this week. I'll save mine for last. But Mr. Lovejoy, how are you, sir? How was your week? This astonishing week.
Yeah.
How was it, sir?
It absolutely was astonishing. To that end, let me just say this: I have to have James. Don't say anything.
Okay.
I have to have ulnar nerve surgery. Whoa. Because of my pinky. I don't have feeling in my pinky, so they have to go in my elbow. They have to cut me open and move my nerve up so I can get feeling in the hand again. So, yeah, I got to go do that. So, but other than that, man, my week was great, man. Quiet, like I liked it, with all things considered. So, yeah.
Let me ask you this, Lovejoy, before we move to the next person. What would cause that nerve to slide like that?
Well, what happened? See, you know what, Mario. So what happened is when I was going to police academy, I had tennis elbow, and when working out.
Go ahead, just ignore him.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. And some kind of way when you move your pinky, that nerve gets caught right here in your
it just sits.
It just and that's where it is. It's a pinched nerve.
Got you.
So yeah. I ain't paying attention to James.
There you go. You got to tune James out.
So all the jokes are just ready to come.
I mean, they ready to flow.
I'm just saying, man.
Steve,
that whole story had like 20 different jokes in it.
Hey, go forward, man.
He was ready to let his inner stand-up comedian come alive. Never mind. Just leave it
hey, but do you see, Mario? Do you see the focus? Do you see the zen on me?
Yes, I do, boy. Razor sharp. You razor sharp, son. I'm proud of
I am not. I'm going to say this. I am not cussing this show.
We shall see.
Okay, this show. Okay.
Right.
Hold me to it.
Okay.
Hold me to it.
Okay, I got you.
All right, Mr. James. Well, how was your week? This astonishing week. How was it, sir?
I was pretty good, man. Had a bunch of work. I had to get a bunch of stuff done this weekend. A little tired, but I just got back today. But it's okay. It's okay. Other than that, man, the week though was pretty good. The week, I didn't do nothing during the week. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't do a whole lot during the week. But this weekend got me though. But I'm good though.
What did you do this weekend?
Had some floor work to do.
Oh,
I'm flooring.
So
you was on your knees this weekend.
No. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm saying. Let's crank this thing on up. That's what I like. Let's get it going. No, sir, I was not though. I was not installing floors. I was stripping and waxing floors.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey. Oh, okay.
That's
Hey, don't start now. You can't finish, Anthony.
right.
All right, Mr. Mario.
God,
How was your weekend, sir?
my weekend was good, man.
I mean, your week. Sorry.
My week was good. Work went smooth, man. Week went by fast, man. I mean, it shot by.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so it wasn't just me. Okay,
Mine shot about fast too.
mine shot by so fast. I looked up and I'm like, it's Friday. Okay, cool. So good smooth week. With the exception of the hiccups that we'll talk about, later in the show. Right, but weekend was great, man. My daughter came over and brought me my Christmas gift, and I put a post on Facebook. I said,
I saw that.
"You saw that, man?
I saw that.
What you put up?
I missed that.
Yeah, my daughter thinks that I'm a musty thug.
Musty thug.
A musty thug. Let me tell you what my Christmas gifts were.
Okay.
A 2-glass whiskey glass set with the stone ice cubes.
Okay.
So I got a 2-glass whiskey set, 2-glass whiskey set, a Texas Hold'em poker set, a stiletto switchblade, and a Dove men's hair and body wash.
That's a bunch of old man stuff right there. That's a bunch of old man stuff. Bunch of old man stuff right there.
What's up, Alan?
Like I'm talking about straight old man stuff right there.
Yeah. That's when
Only thing you needed was the gift set of Old Spice, and it would have set it off.
Right there.
You know what I'm saying? And it would have set it off right there.
That's good, Jack. Hey, I'm gonna let you get that one. That was all right. I'm gonna let you hold that one. That's good. I ain't gonna hold you on that. That was all right. But other than that, man, I mean, had a great weekend. We sat around and talked, her and her boyfriend, and we all sat around and talked, me, her, Erica, and her boyfriend. And today, I didn't come out of my PJs yesterday.
Mom.
I don't wear PJs, sweatpants, and shirt. I didn't move yesterday. I said I was gonna get out. When I opened that door and that wind hit me. Close.
That was it, huh?
Hey, that was it. I'm like, nope. I was gonna get out and do something. Nope.
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. But other than that, man, I mean, great weekend. I got all the rest I need, man. Just
sweet.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, this week, man, was and I'm gonna keep saying the word astonishing because it was. We witnessed some things that I never thought I'd see done on American soil by Americans. But the week was interesting for me. Ended interesting because I got my first vaccine shot this week.
Send your vlog, man. Send your vlog.
Yeah, man. It was I did it Friday evening. And by Pfizer, I got the Pfizer shot. I didn't, thank God, everything moves, nothing droops. You know what I'm saying? I ain't grown another head. I don't have the superpowers just yet, but I got my
You didn't grow another what?
Huh?
You didn't grow another what?
Head.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where did
you sure? Okay, never mind.
At least grow a neck.
Never mind. That was a good one, Mario. That was the good one. That was a good one. You and your cooling water. Your cool water.
Hey, you joking, but I still want cool water.
That's because you old. Nigga, we know that. You old.
Man.
Hell.
All right, James, but what about Lagerfield? You know anything about Lagerfield?
Oh my God.
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay, go ahead, Steve.
Anyway, I got my first shot Friday, guys. Let me tell you, I'm gonna give you just a brief what you're gonna go through. You're gonna get the shot. They're gonna put you in a room for about 15 minutes just to watch you, just in case, because anything that's gonna happen as far as being allergic, it'll happen in that first 15.
Right.
So then I came home. My arm was tingling just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. At the injection site or your hand, your arm?
My arm, because it hit me up here.
Okay.
But my hand was tingling just a little bit. The next day I was just fine. Saturday was cool. still some pain. The pain really hits you the next day where they hit you at. But today, man, I was feeling just blah, man. I was
Really?
malaised all day long, dude. I kind of laid down 2 or 3 times a day. So
You
today,
got
so
to
far,
change the diet. You got to stop eating all that crazy stuff.
Look who
Change
talking.
the diet up.
I mean,
Change the diet up. Hey man, I'm sticking to my diet pretty well.
what is that?
I'm sticking to it pretty
Cans
well.
of hot dogs?
there
What?
you go, Lil Joy. Hey, woosah. You got a woosah, bro. You got a woosah, Lil. Hey, but you know what, James? I was watching the playback. Not to get off you, Steve. We're gonna get back to you. But
you
James,
fine?
I was watching the playback from a year ago.
Yeah,
You got slimmed down a lot.
I said the same thing. I said
Okay.
the exact same thing.
He just
you
changed the
doing-
angle of his camera, dude. That's all it was.
Oh, dang.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh, he got that 4K camera to make you look slim.
Right, that's what it is.
Okay. That's what it is. That's what it is. I thought you really slimmed down.
Oh, that
No,
was
it's just camera tricks. Just camera
Tricks, man.
Yeah, I know you have to do that. Yeah.
Hey man, who we got over here in the comments? We got Carlton.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got Alan Fisher. What's going on?
That's my dude from DC, man.
Oh, yeah.
Guy from where?
DC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Alan Fisher.
Alan from DC.
He's what I call DC Bama.
Matt Bell.
He's my DC Bama. What's up, Dallin? My brother Mac is on here. What up, Mac? Let's see who else is on now. I can't see nobody else.
So make sure, guys, you guys hit like, you hit share. Make sure you share it out, man. Let everybody know this. I'm telling you, this show is popping. It's starting to pop off really good.
It really is, man.
What you looking at, Alan? You a DC Bama?
I mean, real talk. All my boys, y'all my DC Bamas. I ride hard with y'all, baby.
So let me tell you something. Somebody call you Bama in DC, they really calling you country.
Right.
It's not a good word. You know, we use Bama down here in Alabama as far as a football fan. But up in DC, you get called Bama, they really talk about you bad.
Yeah, up north when they call you Bama, they calling you stupid.
Right.
Basically.
That's
Whatever.
So if you ever go up north, and what's going on, Mr. Wonder? If you go up north and they call you Bama, they talking about you. That's not a compliment.
right. Right. I don't know.
You know.
My boy Elite is in the house. What's up, baby?
All right, so Matt, thanks, man. We appreciate it. Thank you for coming on with us, dude. We really do.
Appreciate
All right, so
you,
let's get down.
Hey, hold up. I'm not gonna get into it now, but hey, Matt, I talked to your brother about some stuff that I'm gonna say tonight about this slavery mentality and the evangelical.
Oh yeah.
You talking about Mac? You talking about my brother Mac?
I'm talking about I'm talking about your brother, Matt. Yeah.
Mac Lennon.
Okay.
Mac Leonard, yeah. So
Okay, you tell him again.
I thought about Mac all this week. I mean, well, since Wednesday, and the quietness of the evangelical church and the mentality, the slave mentality, and so I told Mario, I called Mario. I said, man, I'm agreeing with Mac right now with this slave way of thinking and how you gonna work your way out of this one. So I'm interested in seeing. Matter of fact, I played something on Paula's white page.
I saw that.
Yeah, you saw that?
I saw that. Yeah.
Boy, you gonna make Twitter shut you down? You keep harassing them folk.
Well, can I assert? Well, I know I ain't the president of the United States, but so I can't get away with it. Not something
you can get away with it. Ain't nothing they're gonna do about it.
You black.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is, man. It's slave training.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
And we're so conditioned. Watch this. And I think all of us are guilty of this. That's even on this show. We're so guilty of brainwash that we accept some of the stuff that, what can I call them?
Say it like you mean it. Clean it up on the back end.
Okay, yeah. That our whites, that master trains us in such a way that the way we think has been passed down from generation to generation. So guess what we do?
What?
and preacher, you know this too. We use the beatitude in Matthew where it says, "Pray for those that despitefully say
use
all
you.
manner of evil things."
Right.
And then we're always the one that's forgiven.
Right. Come on.
They continue to perpetuate the cycle.
Perpetuate. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
It we'll talk some more about that, love, but it's a lot that I don't want to say on here because I just don't want to put it out. I'm still connected to a ministry and all of this other stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, this is, hey man, it's some stuff that the more, let me tell you like this, the more you study, the more you question.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm questioning everything.
Exactly. The more you study, the more you question. And I'm like, okay, do I want to continue to study? Because the more I study, the more a light bulb goes off and the more my eyes are open to. And I'm like, whoo. That's kind of like if you ever saw Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
And when what's the big guy that died? The big guy that played in Green Mile. Michael, what's his name?
Yeah,
the big ape that he played in that, he was very spiritual. You know, he was a soldier, but he was spiritual. You know, that was his whole religion. And when it got busted, he didn't know how to react because that he based his whole life around his spiritual belief. Everything, the way he carried himself, everything was based around his spiritual belief.
Absolutely.
So the more I study, the more stuff is busted, and I'm like, ooh, okay, wow. Anyway,
I think, and we'll move on. But I think for me, it happened about I'm gonna say about 2 years ago, with this name it, claim it, and and if you the Lord said there's 100 people, Shabbat Kashat, that's 100 people right there. $250.
I think
I feel the spirit of God. I feel the spirit of God, and I'm sitting over here like he definitely ain't talking to me.
He told me.
You ain't in the spirit, Lovejoy. That's all.
And that's the thing, though, James. That's what I'm saying, though, man. We did all that foolishness. We've been trained a certain way. Now watch this. And I ain't kicking against tithes and offerings. I'm a pastor. I understand what tithes and offerings do for the church.
Right.
But watch this. But what about that? What about grandma who's on a fixed income, and because of the way we were trained, she would give 10% of her income and her light bill due. And I understand God is a provider. I understand Jehovah Jireh. I understand all that. But guys, the more and more I thought about it, and the more and more I study, I'm seeing something that's not taught.
Right.
And our training, watch this, preachers, our training is based off a European centric ideology.
And it's not even European anymore. Because now, to me, for me, and I think you've said it before, but I saw this word in reading the article, was that we have now what's called Americanized Christianity.
Yes.
Which is based off a capitalistic
mindset.
So now we can't even blame the European model because now we have a model that's all to our own, which is built off a capitalistic system, this American Christianity. And man, I've been fighting some things myself to where, okay, now God, where is the spirituality in this? Because let me tell you something, and we can continue on this. Let me show you this paradox that I saw in the news. While they were storming the castle, while they were storming the Capitol, right. While they were storming the Capitol, if they had adjusted the camera back towards the mall, and those who are in DC know what I'm talking about, the area that between. Anyway, back toward the mall, there was a woman singing prophetically. She wasn't singing a song as a praise and worship song.
Yeah.
She was singing prophetically.
A song of the Lord as well.
A song of the Lord.
Yeah.
While they were, while if you just turned the whole 90 degrees, you could see them storming the Capitol. And I said, what is wrong with this? This is the paradox of American Christianity. that they have wrapped the American flag around the cross.
Yeah.
And this is what pisses me off.
Yeah.
As a follower of Christ, they have wrapped the flag around the cross and have weaponized American Christianity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that puts it in the place of what we consider jihadists. When you see jihad,
exactly.
that's the same thing jihadists have done.
There's nothing different now because
extremists all in the name of religion.
Because and that's what they've done. They've taken their national identity, wrapped it in religion, and now you have jihadists.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is. That's our American version of Middle Eastern jihadists. That's it. That's it.
I think I'm frustrated, guys. I really am.
Why so?
Because we fell for not that we fell for the okie doke, but watch this. And not to blame our ancestors or our grandmothers and grandfathers, but it was the way that we was trained. It started back in the 17th century. Roman Catholic Church.
Come on.
Give people of their sins based off the endowment that they would give to the church.
Right.
So all that stuff comes into play now. The richer you are, the faster your sins can be forgiven. Don't you see that in the black church now?
Yes.
Of course.
That the more money you get, watch this, you became deacon or you became chairman of the deacon board. Based off the endowment that stuff has crept in the church. And I'm telling y'all, I think COVID did us, I won't say justice, but I think COVID exposed a lot of stuff.
And it still is.
Right. So now you still having pastors, ignorant pastors who's still trying to have church because they still got to get paid.
They still got to get that money.
The building still got to be paid for.
Electricity.
And some of their members are older, so they don't know how to give online. Therefore, giving is down. So haven't we followed the same, as you said, Steve, the same paradox, the same paradigm? So I think something has to shift in our thinking, guys. I really do.
So let's kick it into this gear then. So that means it's up to us to teach our kids something different.
Yeah.
And I think enough people may not come to the realization of what's actually happening and how this stuff went down. Because Lovejoy, like you said, the church today is so watered down, and just we're getting this bastardized version of the gospel, and it's just watered down. It's crazy. It's full of spookiness, as Steve likes to call it. The scare tactics, all that good stuff.
The manipulation.
People, to do certain things. And what happens is, Lovejoy, and I know you've seen it, when you speak up on it, you now end up in the back pew and eventually out the door.
Out the door. That was good.
And so I think this is where we have to make sure that we are teaching our kids outside of church, first of all, to read for themselves. Like my thing is always with me, you don't even have to take my word for it. Go read it. Go research it. Go find it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want them to do. I don't ever want them to just take anybody's word for anything. Go find it yourself. Go research it so you know that it's the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know I ain't sitting here telling you no lie.
Sure.
Right.
And these kids nowadays, man, they analytical like that. They
analytical.
So they
are the information generation, man. We were the generation, and I think I was having this conversation with either Lovejoy or Steve. We were the generation where, we just took it at face value. If our parents said do this, it was just done. We didn't question.
Yeah.
This next generation, the millennials and the Z's or whatever they are, because we're Generation X, so the ones after us, Y and Z's, those kids, man, it's all about they want to know details. You just can't tell them. They want to know the whys. They want to know the who, what, when, where's, and hows. It's just not because I said so.
I want to Go ahead. I'll let you finish that thought.
But that's basically the point I'm making. They want to know details. They are information driven. You know what I'm saying? You just can't tell them and they accept it. They want they
Then
want
be the kids, you tell them Jesus died for our sins, they're gonna say why.
Why?
Yeah.
When?
You know what I'm saying?
that puts the whole but that
Right.
puts the whole faith thing, you know,
Come on.
in question
There you
now.
go.
You see what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
But then that's what I'm saying. I want to speak to even that is that's why we have to show them how faith works. Because even I think about when Moses and God told Moses strike the rock one time. He told him to do it 2 times first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then he told him to strike it 1 time the next time. This to me, even in that's it, and I'm not gonna preach y'all. I promise.
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. Shut up. But that time he heard God. He hit it twice, but then God told him to hit it 1 time. The next time, to me, in that scripture, Lovejoy, you correct me if I'm wrong. But what it spoke to me was this was a test of first listening and then the test of faith.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Behind that. Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we have to teach our kids. Because when Moses was hitting the rock, he was showing the people how to use faith, how to listen and use faith. So now it's up to us and our families.
That's right.
To teach our kids what faith is.
Absolutely.
That's good. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? We can't rely on the pastors no more sometimes. And not some pastors, I'm fix it. Some pastors can't rely on some pastors because they keep using the old way, which they hit it twice. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm stopping.
You see, you finna preach.
Right. That's why I knew it. Look, when you
Bring it in, Steve.
when this started,
Turn to the piano and tune yourself up, dog.
Right, when I start clapping, that's when I
right,
start.
that's what I'm saying. That clapping, baby.
You see how I put it back in? But I want to answer a couple questions.
Hey man, let me say hey
to
to
my
a couple of
platform.
people,
This is
man.
not my platform.
Tashara, what's going on? Kiana, what's going on? Joy, what's happening? Thanks for joining us. We got Reginald, appreciate you, Doc. And Matt, I think Carlton, I think we just said, he said, what's the difference between the white Christian and the Muslim?
Right. I want to deal with that. Nothing.
Okay.
Dude,
Hey, do you see my head?
Can I tell you something? The word evangelical is coming just as hard or hitting just as hard as jihad.
As jihad.
They extremists.
Come on, boy.
Yeah.
Come on. They the same thing, Carl.
The same thing.
Same thing. That's just the US version.
I think we saw the picture, a vivid picture Wednesday.
Right.
Hey,
It's
Tracy.
been there all along. It's been there all along. I think we saw a vivid picture. And we saw hypocrisy at its finest Wednesday.
Yes, we did.
We did.
Black Lives Matter. No.
All lives matter.
Right. Really? Well, explain to me how you can crush a police officer if blue lives matter as well, and you can drag a police officer out of the Capitol and one is dead. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. First, our lives didn't matter. All lives matter, and blue lives matter. Now, all of a sudden, your counterparts would say something different, right? And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm just looking at a bunch of hypocrisy all over Wednesday, man. All
day long. I mean, and it changes to fit whatever narrative they needed to fit.
Right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's hypocrisy. It just like I said, it changes to fit whatever they needed to fit. Then that's just it. That's just them wanting to have what they want when they want it. That's it.
I just want to. Can we ask Alan how is the temperature as far as the field in Washington right now?
Sure, Alan. If you're still on here, man, let us know. What's the like up there, man?
The vibe. What's going on with the vibe of the city right now after all this has gone down? What's going on with?
If that was us storming the Capitol, it would have been absolutely.
If we
did that, Alan, we wouldn't have made it to the Capitol, Doc.
No.
Right.
Well, they would have cut us off 2 blocks prior to.
Man, you better believe.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
they
We
walk-
wouldn't have made
let me
it.
tell you, walking from the White House down to the Capitol is not an easy stretch.
It's not.
I mean,
It's doable.
it's doable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we wouldn't have made it that far.
Yeah. They would have carted us off blocks
That
before
was
we
their
get
white
there.
privilege. Yeah, Alan, what's the temperature like right now? Because like who's that? Elite said I did hear that they were talking about a 1 million militia march.
Sure
And
did.
we would try to get out there. Try to get out there on the 17th. Also, I heard.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. Yeah, man.
See, let me ask everybody this: who's out there? What do y'all think about the inauguration? How you think that's gonna play out?
I think this has the potential to, and this is, I ain't gonna even say we can't say what's the extreme case anymore, because almost now anything is possible. There might be war coming, a civil war coming. You know what I'm saying? With the temperature of what how things have gone, because we never thought we would see what happened at the Capitol. So we can't say what won't happen. And I'm not going to say that civil war on American soil now is not a possibility. I think sometime between now and inauguration, maybe inauguration day, something is going to pop off. That's just me. I'm sitting back and I'm watching with both eyes wide open.
So do y'all think a dude from Birmingham, where they found those cocktails and those
Molotov cocktails and pipe bomb?
Yeah. Y'all think he was gonna sell them off?
When?
Yeah.
If
enough of us showed up, if enough of us showed up to counter them, most def.
And that boy, and I'm sorry, James. That boy, if you go out my back door, Athens is right back there. That boy who tased himself in the nuts and he died, good for him.
Oh, skirt. I missed that. What? Say
Yes, that's how he died. He had a taser in his pants trying to hide it as he was storming the castle, right? And so then as he gets into the Capitol, he's going to steal a statue or a painting. And so he fumbles the painting. It falls or something. The taser goes off in his pants, hitting his testicles, and he tased himself in the testicles until he had a heart attack and died.
Lord bless that. Listen to me. Let me tell you something. I don't wish that on nobody. I don't care what he was doing. That right there is horrible. That is a horrible death. Do you hear
That's
me?
a horrible death.
That's a horrible death.
I want to just go to the funeral just to hear the preacher preach it.
Hold up, man. I'm not laughing.
I just want to see how you exegete that one. And
oh Lord, this boy takes himself in the nuts and had a heart attack. Oh man, are you serious? Oh.
Yeah, Steve, I'm with you, Steve. I ain't laughing with y'all.
No.
Hey man,
I'm gonna tell you this right here. I'm laughing from my gut. I don't and I don't apologize for how I feel. It's how I feel. I don't feel bad.
I don't see
you,
Jane.
And I, I don't feel bad. I don't have a platform that I ain't worried about it. I don't feel bad for nobody that died in that particular situation. That's me. My wife told me not to say that, but she did. She told me not to say that on air. But I'm sorry. I gotta say it, babe. I don't feel sorry for nobody because I do feel bad about the woman a little bit. But here's why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because I don't think anybody needs to die. Listen to me now. I'm trying to do this right. Shut up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
People dying is a bad thing, period. I don't care. People dying, losing a mother, losing a daughter, losing a aunt or whatever. People dying is bad. what upsets me about the situation is that she died over a lie that was perpetrated by the president, by the government, by the GOP, by her pastor, because they filled her with that information, and that's what I feel bad about her dying. Now, her rushing up into the Capitol, and you can clearly hear the officer say, "Don't go past the barricade. Don't go past the barricade," and she hops herself up there and gets shot.
White privilege gone wrong. That's all.
Oh, that's a movie, Mario. That's good.
That's white privilege gone wrong. Her white privilege said, "I can jump this, and they not gonna do nothing to me," until she took one. Bye.
Hey, and that 40 caliber answered it.
Answered. So,
Alan, go ahead. So, Alan, I wanted to ask you a question. You said they're asking for the National Guard to help the police. Help police the Trump supporters. Okay. They're putting up fences around the whole perimeter of the Capitol to where the inauguration is going to happen.
I would think so.
Yeah, I saw those big 8-foot fences they were putting up. Yeah. I'm just, and maybe I'll be preachy right now because I'm a pastor, but I really don't feel sorry. I really don't. My sympathy lies with the police officer who lost his life. But old boy with them low hanging nuts. Hey man, hey.
What is it? Do your balls hang low? Do the wobble to and fro?
You should wrap them things up. He was old too. So
he was old.
He old too, so they were low hanging.
They was low, boy. They was low. Oh man, it is.
Y'all some cold-blooded dudes, boy. Y'all some cold-blooded.
Y'all pray for me, man. If I should feel sympathy, and don't pray for me, but I just don't, man. Once again, and I think you said was it you, Steve? But they took in all of this over a lie.
A lie.
Yeah. That they I believe they knew was a lie.
Yeah.
No, honestly, they are delusional. Let me tell you something.
Do you really believe that, Steve?
Yes, because I know a person. We were friends on Facebook. We worked together, and the statement out of her mouth Thursday morning was, you know that Antifa was there because Antifa they really charged the building, and I read an article that said that they had facial recognition. And I'm like, I said to her on Facebook, you are truly delusional if you think that happened. So she sent me some bogus article from the Washington Times, not the
Post.
The Washington Times that had all kind of just errors in it. But they are delusional. They think they are right, Lovejoy. They think they are right, Mario. They believe they have a righteous cause. I'm telling you, the evangelicals are the jihadists of America. They are in their mind thinking that Trump is the next Messiah and that he was cheated.
Yeah. Now, I believe that. I believe they think he's the next Messiah. So that's the reason he believed. He kept stirring this up because he thought he thought in his mind, hey, I'm supposed to be it. I'm supposed to be a 2-term president and probably longer than that.
Was trying to do away with him, was trying to find a way to do away with him, I heard. But well, he said it, but that's not possible. You can't change that. But one of the Capitol Police committed suicide today. Anybody heard anything about that?
Really?
I haven't
seen that. I'll check that out.
See if you can find something on that.
Hey, Carl, send us the link on it. We'll
if you find a link on that, send that to us. I haven't heard that, but I hadn't really watched any TV today. So
you're right, Kenny. Bible types delusion.
So let me just say this, Steve. Here's my objective for the rest of my life. Now, and I can say this emphatically. Here's my objective. My objective is to teach truth and bring awareness to that has been delusional for us. Now watch this. You got to be in a different position to take that position. Because James, like you said, you're going to be placed in the back. When you start opening up your mouth to certain truths, be ready for the attacks.
Right.
Be ready for those who are going to kick back. Watch this. Even my own people.
Right. Because there were black evangelicals up there.
I wonder if your boy was up there.
Who?
Huh. We not saying no names. You know who I'm talking
about.
The one who shall remain nameless.
Oh, yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah. I was talking about Harry Potter, the one who shall remain nameless.
I like that. Harry Potter.
I guarantee you they're trying to justify, or he is already. I don't follow him, so I don't know. I
don't even want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that.
Okay.
Who cares?
So
anyway, I just wonder. I wonder if any of that was policy.
So where were we going?
Policy.
Wonder if any of that was policy.
Where was I going? Y'all done messed me up, man.
My bad.
Oops, we sorry.
Right. Oh, y'all done messed me up. Okay, so I think what I'm trying to find out. I think it was Mac Leonard said they are trying to do the 25th Amendment now. Is that right?
I'm watching CNN. They on commercial right now. We'll see. But your boy, your vice president, he ain't playing.
Dude, because he a patriot now.
Don't hold that. Say it.
No. He's the one that really thinks he's a true American. And he's doing his job. One thing I can say about Pence, he is doing his job. Right now.
And that's my thing with a lot of this. A lot of y'all should have been doing y'all jobs the whole time. Why now are you seeing him as a deranged,
Because they don't want to go down with him. They're career politicians.
Right. So now you want to disavow everything. Right. But he's been a crazy lunatic the whole time.
But that's fine. So they just had to deal with him for 4 years. But we talked about this. I mean, I think me and Steve talked about it back when he first was elected. That eventually these Republicans were going to stop backing up from him. Because like I said, they have careers to think about. Like they have to continue on after him. So they can't jump in the boat with him and go down.
Right. But I'm with Mac. When you see wrong, you should correct it. Absolutely. Now the right thing to do would have been to correct that a long time ago. But
find what's wrong though, according to white privilege standard. What's wrong?
Okay, I get what
you said, Mario. They always change the narrative to fit their narrative.
You're right. So
what's wrong? When you see wrong, Matt, you should change it. They've allowed us to play the game. We would never win. They changed the rules, just like my little daughter Ariel when we playing Uno. When we playing, she changed the rules to fit her. That's what white folks have been doing for longer than that, 100 years. They changed the game, man, to fit their narrative. They make the rules. And then they tell us we can play the game, but as long as we abide by their rules.
Right.
And I'm going back to the Christian church. They made the rules. We have to play by it. And if you don't play by our rules, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan will ostracize you. You see what I'm saying? So Louis Farrakhan speaks truth to his people. He's the most hated black man I think there is right now. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't play by their rules, dude, you I almost cussed. I caught myself. You just have to
watch this. New York Post. Carlson sent the link. Can I read it?
Yeah, read it out.
Veteran Capitol cop reportedly commits suicide days after DC riot. A veteran U.S. Capitol Police officer has died by suicide, authorities and sources said Sunday. Days after he responded to the riot that killed 5 people, including another member of his department. Officer Howard Liebengood, 51, died on Saturday while off duty. The department announced it in a statement. He was assigned to the Senate Division and has been with the department since April 05. Statement read, "Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and friends and colleagues. We ask that his family and other USCP officers and their family privacy be respected during this profoundly difficult time." The department did not disclose the circumstances of Liebengood's death, but sources characterized it as an apparent suicide. It was not immediately clear what drove Liebengood, whose late father once served as a sergeant at arms for the Senate, to the act. Okay. That's enough. I could go on, but I think that's enough.
Yeah, I got it pulled up. So
that's really sad, man. Really
It
sad.
is. But I think these cats know that the gavel is about to drop.
It is
For a lot of those, with all of these videos coming out of certain officers cooperating and letting people in and all of that. I think a lot of them know that the gavel is about to drop, and they're gonna have to answer for that. And if you're in a position of authority with the department, you're gonna have to answer for that. You know.
Do you think they're really gonna? They think they're gonna get in trouble for that, though, Mario?
Doc, you just handed over the keys to the kingdom.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna answer for that.
Right.
They have to. I think they have to, in order to make a statement, not only to the U.S. but to the greater, to everyone else outside, that this cannot be tolerated. This will not be tolerated.
You was gonna say the greater what?
Not the greater good, but just it has to be a show for international audience.
I don't think they're gonna do nothing to nobody.
Yeah,
but I don't think they're gonna do nothing to nobody.
I don't think that either.
You don't think so?
I disagree with that, because I believe that somebody's got to pay. Somebody's got to be made.
I mean, you might have a few people go to jail. They arrested 52 folks?
I think it's with the 80.
So you guys are taking the juxtaposition that somebody's going to be held accountable,
right?
Yeah.
Well, no, I believe somebody's got to be made an example of.
There you go.
Who?
It don't matter.
I think there will be several someone's made an example of.
Okay, follow me on this theory. So you kill a man by the name of George Floyd, and there's a bunch of hoopla that's going on that somebody should be held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you how many days to even arrest the guy?
I get where you're going.
And then all of a sudden everything just goes quiet. We haven't heard anything. And I understand due process. So we have to go through that. But do y'all think someone's going to be held? That word is so loosely used. Do y'all think someone's going to be held accountable? Really?
Watch. Go ahead, Steve. You were finna gear.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you why it's different in this respect. White people were affected. When white people are affected,
And their institutions.
right, and their institutions,
Okay.
that's why that's why an example is going to be made.
What white people?
George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, the young man that got shot in the back 7 times, the guy that got killed in his car in front of his wife and baby, all of those black folk.
Yeah.
Yeah, white folk and their institution was affected.
But what institution and what white folks were affected though?
All of those. Who?
I mean, I don't know, man.
Nancy Pelosi in them. All of that.
I mean, you got senators running for their lives, scared out of their. I know you think this ain't going, but you had the institute. First of all, you in the nation's capital. That's the people's place. Any major patriot is going to be like, nah, this can't happen. We got to tell people you can't do this no more, because the last time it happened, the British tried it, right?
Yeah.
And so now you have American terrorists somebody has got to be an example. Is you can't do this to us no more. You threatened our senators. You threatened our institution. You threatened. You embarrassed us in the world, and you have white senators and House members and all that running scared.
But them same ones that was running scared, Steve, came out of there a couple of hours later saying that they were still for Trump. Ted Cruz and all
Right.
and just came out from Arizona, representative from Arizona, saying that President Trump put his hand on the stove and he got burned. He learned his lesson. He won't do that again.
Right, and she gonna learn.
Right,
bro.
I don't know what y'all think. I don't know what y'all think. This is going to be a major thing that's going to happen. They're going to get a slap on the wrist, but yeah, there's still some people are going to pay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a slap on the wrist. It's not going to be anything like it would have been for.
I don't know why you expect that though. Why would you expect that?
I don't have any expectations.
None.
I don't even expect it. So that's what I wasn't even surprised. I was sitting there looking at CNN like this. Okay, yeah. Jesus, 2020. Wow. Jesus. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, when I first heard, when they first said they stormed the Capitol, I was like, okay, it's about time. Because them folks didn't show up there to chill out and sing Kumbaya songs. Them people came to turn up. So we knew the turn up was coming.
The police kept the old woman down. Now what? I almost cussed again. What's she doing? Police helped the old woman down the steps.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
She should have got the hell out the way.
A police pushed an old woman down the steps.
Helped her down the steps. He went up there to break in the Capitol.
Oh,
he holding her hand, helping her down.
Well, she had to get down, Lovejoy. She old lady.
Huh?
She's an old lady. They did that for the old man in Wisconsin.
Say what?
That man down his head, busted wide open, started bleeding out of his ear as soon as he hit the ground.
This is a lady, man.
This is what?
This is an old lady. You supposed to
help an old white man, and
you're supposed to help the old ladies.
I feel the same way about her like I felt about numb nuts.
You almost made me get my water out. Dude said numb nuts.
Hey, look at Monique's statement.
You really mean fried nuts. That's what you're saying.
Fried nuts. She said, how can you preach the importance of democracy to leaders of other countries and the leader of your country is defaming and encouraging defaming democracy?
Listen here. Trump been in the time he took office, that was out the window.
Out the window.
Hey, he was inaugurated. The rest of the world was looking at us like we was dumb anyway. Like y'all elected a reality.
So do we still believe that Russia had played the hand that they played or so-called played? Do you believe it was Russia that played the hand and all of that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Russia crooked as hell. Yeah, we ain't gonna, them jokes, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, man. If there's a slap on the wrist, I'll be surprised. We'll just wait and see.
Right. I'm thinking it has to be more than a slap on the wrist for this.
Appreciate that, Matt. Appreciate it.
What he said.
Hey.
James, you are a Trump supporter.
All day long, baby. Trump 2024.
I read a post and I almost wanted to come to Best from Alabama.
What post?
Steve put a post out there about if you can wear Make America Great Again cap, how that cap symbiotic thing with the wishes of people. And then you came back and said something about
what about the BLM hats?
I didn't understand that.
Of course you did. And let me tell you why. Because we only want to think with the side that we agree with and what we think is right. But like Steve said, these people are delusional and they believe what they're doing is right.
But it's not about the Black Lives Matter.
Well, it's the same thing. You got to think of it. I was pointing that directly to his statement because he was making the statement about the MAGA hat. So the same way he feels that way about the MAGA hat is the same way these folks felt about the Black Lives Matter hats and everything else that was attached to that and that was going on. Regardless of whether or not we think it's right or we think it's, apples and oranges or whatever. It doesn't matter because that's what they're thinking. So what I'm trying to get people to see is that if you got to look at this stuff objectively and you just got to look at it from both sides. And once you do that, none of this stuff will surprise you. None of this stuff seems awkward. None of this stuff seems un-American. It seems very American to me.
So what's your position on it though, James? Do you really believe, do you think that's true?
Do I think what's true? No, I don't think the two causes are the same, but the ideology is. You understand what I'm saying? The frame of thinking is. The causes aren't. Because we understood why those protests and why those riots happened.
I understood it, but once again, I think for me is that you're making the justification to come to that conclusion. Because if you compare the two, there's no comparison.
There's no justification on either side.
Mm-hmm. On either side. There's no justification for Black Lives Matter?
Not the riots, no. I never justify violence, ever. I understand the cause of it. Don't get me wrong.
Are you suggesting that we was the people that was rioting?
I understand the cause of the riots, okay? I understand the cause of it, but I'll never justify violence. I'll never condone it and say it's okay. I'm just not going to do that. But I get why it happened. I completely get why it happened and completely understand why it happened.
Okay.
And I think it should have happened. But I'll never say it was okay.
Because he's making a leap too far.
Double tongue there. The way you ended that.
It sounds like it, but it's just, it is what it is. I can't sit here and say it was okay, but I do think that it should have happened.
Right there. right there.
It doesn't make it okay. There's a lot of things that I think
about a double-minded man is unstable and all of
that. Hey, that's what that Bible said. That's what that Bible said right there.
Right.
Let that man don't think he's gonna get nothing from God.
Listen, I want you to think about this. All right, think about.
Person with 2 E's said, "Stop talking."
Right.
Well, that's because everybody. Listen. I get it. We're looking at this from our side. We know why Black Lives Matter was doing what they were doing, and I get that. But like I was telling Steve, these people think the same thing, y'all. Why is this so surprising to everybody?
Okay, let me ask you real simple before you go on. What was the cause for Black Lives Matter? Answer that question.
The killing of black men, of unarmed black men.
What was the cause for Wednesday?
You gotta ask them that, Lovejoy. I don't know. I'm telling you, these people, Steve said it earlier. These people feel like this man was cheated out of an election. And they feel like the courts wasn't listening, the media ain't listening. So they turned up because they felt like their voices weren't being heard. The same reason why they turned up this summer in the riots, because they felt like their black voices weren't being heard.
But see, they not out there. They not out there dying and being hunted by police officers.
Listen.
You're missing my point. I get that. I'm telling you how they are feeling. I've seen the interviews. I've heard the people talk. This man for months has created this narrative that if I lose, they stole the election. He started this months ago. So now that he's lost and he's still pushing this narrative and the courts won't even hear it, the media ain't talking about it because there's no evidence, they feel like they shut out. So they turned up.
But I understand what you're talking about. You're talking about the effect and how the effect is a comparison, but it's not.
I'm not comparing the two. I'm not comparing them.
With the statement I made that you made towards me, to me, it sounds like the justification is making that you're trying to make a justification for the comparison, and there's not. You can't. You
No,
can't.
I
do
asked
that.
you
Right, Steve.
question.
Huh?
All I did was ask you a question.
Right, but
Because
once again,
and the reason why I asked the question because it's the same question they're asking. They're comparing.
Once again, and they're wrong too because you're trying to justify the question with a comparison, and there is no comparison. So it's apples and oranges. That's what I'm telling you.
Boy, it's apples and pistachio nuts.
Y'all still not seeing it because it's apples and oranges to you. It's not to them.
Well, we know that they're delusional, but I answered your question in the truth because to make a comparison, you have to make a justification, and you can't. So therefore, the question is mute.
They have made their justification of it,
and they're delusional, and that's why I said once again,
they may be delusional, but they still turning up and they still shut the capital down. See, what I'm trying to get at is it happened and it's gonna happen again. And for some reason, we're surprised that this country that has a history of violence actually got violent. Why are we surprised at that?
I'm not surprised by it.
No, I'm not surprised. My question came to you. My question was, in comparison, how are you justifying?
Why do y'all keep using this word justify? I'm not justifying anything.
But that's what you're doing.
Anybody. How? Who did I justify?
You're saying and correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that they're thinking they're justified because they do it, we can do it. So we can make a comparison. Listen to me, that we can make a comparison of the same thing. And you can't.
Okay.
Justifying your rioting to a lie is different from or comparison to a lie than having a riot because black men and black people are dying. You have to make a leap in justification to come to a comparison, and
why
it doesn't.
Are you telling me this? You
because
have to tell
you asked the question.
You
have to tell them that. What question did I ask?
But you keep saying that's not what they're thinking. So you're taking the position of understanding
where they come from,
the psychological state. That's
right.
What you're doing.
No, I'm telling you what they're saying and how they thinking about this. That's all I'm saying.
I just said.
So how was that me justifying?
Watch this.
You asked the question, and that was
James is jumping in. James will jump in and then backpedal out.
How am I justifying?
Keep moving.
What did I tell me where I justified? Because I asked the question?
No, sir.
No,
you totally missed what I've said for the past 5 minutes, dude.
Listen, y'all took what I said and you're making it seem like I feel this way.
No, we know that you don't feel that way, but I'm just telling you, it's apples and oranges, and you can't make an apples and oranges comparison through a justification.
Okay. I got you. Okay.
Am I wrong? People, please tell me, am I wrong?
Let's go. Y'all missed everything I said, but let's go.
So we just wasted 10 minutes on that, and
pretty much.
We did.
Pretty much. Absolutely.
No, 100%.
We did.
Man, let me say the next point, guys. Hey,
right.
I want to see. I think for me, I want to see what really happens with our legal system and prosecuting these guys. Mm-hmm. Now, at that point, Steve, Mario, I understand that because it was done to white people, that gave me a different perspective. Mm-hmm. Something's gonna happen, whether it's a slap on the wrist, whether it's walking old women down the state. I mean, the Capitol, whether it's that and.
So who is it gonna happen to?
Huh?
Who gets the slap?
The rioters.
Oh, those ones that they've already brought in custody, and then
what good does that do?
Huh?
What good does that do? They're a bunch of nobodies.
Hey man, I don't know.
Because it's done. Because they got to make a show, James. It's not hard. It's not hard to think about this. They've got to make a show, whether the show works or not. They got to make a show of it.
Well, the whole show took place Wednesday.
No, you backpedaling again. We talking about people being slapped on the hand or having some kind of law against them. That's what we're talking about.
For what happened Wednesday, correct?
Right. and we
The
moved
people
past
that they
that.
take in custody. That's
Take
what
him
we're
out.
talking
They
about.
got folks in custody.
Right,
And
and
so what y'all saying is that now there's going to be a bunch of media attention because they gave Joe Blow probation for running up in the Capitol?
See, that's the part. What? See?
Right. Exactly, Mac. Accountability. That's what we're talking about. There has to be some accountability for what is going to happen. For what happened.
Hey,
They're gonna have to hold. They're gonna have to make an example of these people in order
Okay,
for the
so
U.S. In order for the U.S. to save face. Else, every other militia group in America will be trying to storm the Capitol
right.
week after next.
I don't think they're done. I think they're going to try to come back
I
because
believe so too.
they were able to get away with initially.
I don't think they. I don't. I think. I think the alert is up now. I think everybody is aware that it did happen. It can possibly happen again. I think now, moving forward, security is going to be tight as it's ever been.
the flipping police let the folks in. So what security who?
You're right. That's why they're going to have to be made examples of.
All of them.
All of them. That's the point I'm trying to make.
So who
rioters.
protects the Capitol now, though?
Huh?
So who's going to protect the Capitol at this
National
point?
Guard.
National Guard, FBI, Secret Service.
And if you don't do your job, you will go to jail. It's going to have to be as simple as that.
Damn, y'all got a lot of faith.
Preparing for it.
Okay. I just don't have. I don't have that much
city
faith
is
in the
preparing
system.
for it.
I don't have that much faith in the system, but I feel what y'all saying.
Right, I get you. I understand.
I don't have any expectations. I'm just going to let the chips fall where they may. So when something comes out, it's not a surprise for me.
Mm-hmm.
If they go to jail, good. If they don't, yeah, well,
you didn't really expect it anyway, huh?
So that's kind of where that's honestly that's where I am. I'm serious. I was watching this unfold like, okay, should I go ahead and make me some tea? and watch this. And then seeing old boy take mail from Nancy Pelosi, I was like, okay, that's an ego. Nancy Pelosi gonna show him that her nuts is bigger than he
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I was like, okay, well, this is how this is gonna go down. And matter of fact, I'm gonna say like my uncle used to say, I ain't got no dog in this fight.
Really? Alan said they are trying to get permission for the National Guard to carry guns and patrons.
You probably said
baton.
And batons.
So
well, shit, I would think if the National Guard was up there, they would be armed. I thought that went without saying.
No, because I think if I'm thinking about this right, and somebody check my thinking, what I heard was that Trump gave an order for National Guards and them not to take weapons up there. First, he told them not that 2 days prior, the mayor of the mayor of DC asked for the National Guard. Trump and them denied
and he denied that order.
Right. But also before that, he denied them to engage in the civilians, not to take weapons up there when they did go. So all that was pre-done before the thing even happened.
So he set it up for it to be what it was.
Be a failure.
Right. He set it up for it to happen. So okay.
Yeah, Carlton, you're right. I think isn't it against the law? I forget what that's called, where you can't on American soil that you can't point a firearm. Our military can't point firearms at
civilians.
Because y'all remember during Hurricane Katrina, that black general came in and those white guardsmen was pointing rifles and tanks at those black people, and he came in and started cussing everybody like, "Put your guns down." I'm not sure if y'all remember that, but
yeah,
I remember that like yesterday. So I think there's a law where you can't point. You can't point. And I may be wrong about that, but I think there's some kind of.
So you saying basically our military cannot point a firearm at an American citizen?
I don't know. and don't quote me, Mario. I may be wrong. I may be
Okay,
wrong.
I mean, I'm just trying to understand because I'm like that defeats the purpose, in my opinion, of having it. What are you gonna call a national guard up there for if they can't put a hot one in nobody?
But I'm saying I think there is some kind of law that says that we're not on American soil. We're not supposed
To point, they're not okay. They're not supposed. Okay, well, all stuff like that can be overruled. I'm pretty sure.
Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. In extreme situations, stuff like that can be overruled.
We saw that in Black Lives Matter.
Huh?
We saw that
With
protest.
Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Okay.
So I see an
Okay.
article here as we're going to wrap up, guys. I see an article here that it says that a security video shows protesters entering the Oregon Capitol building after a legislator opened the door for them.
Sure did. I saw that article, Steve.
Read that one more time, Steve.
Say that.
Say that one more time. Read that one more time.
The security video shows protesters entering the Oregon Capitol after Capitol building after a legislator opens the door for them.
Okay. I think Mac is saying the use of or show of force in non-combative situations is prohibited. In non-combative situations, I think he means. Yeah. I figured that's what you were saying. Okay, so the use or show of force in non-combative situations is prohibited. But but here's my thing. If you get a militia to show up to the Capitol on inauguration, you think they're not going to be armed? You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So why would you not show up, National Guard, armed? Militias are, if a militia is a armed civilian army, they coming.
Well, I think in that case, then it would be combative.
Right.
Exactly.
I think that's more geared toward peaceful protest. You know what I'm saying? That the National Guard can't, pull up their guns on them. But a militia, yeah, that's straight combative there.
Right. You know what I just thought about though? When I swore my oath, when I became a deputy sheriff, it says foreign and domestic.
Right. Come on, somebody.
I promise to protect the Constitution of the United States, foreign and domestic. So I'm sitting there thinking about it. I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yes, all threats, foreign and
domestic. And I took an oath that I will protect.
You took that oath as a police officer. The National Guard takes that oath as National Guard. The Army, the Navy, the Air, all of them take that same oath.
Yeah, I just thought about that, man. The domestic part would be on our soil.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Wow.
Exactly.
I'm setting the moment. I'm thinking. I'm just trying to see how this is going to be justified eventually, because I guarantee you they're going to have to engage them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tell what's his name, Alan? Alan, be careful, man. Around that time, it seems like he's going to have people just up there picking, just so they can start.
Right, and I get it, Mac. Until they are considered combative, it's a no-go. I got you on that. But if you are not armed and it becomes combative, what you gonna do?
So maybe I'm thinking wrong.
Y'all stop. Y'all quit it. Go back and sit down.
No, Carter. Hey, Carter. But watch this though. Go back to the inauguration when the president is sworn in. He takes a similar oath as that. That he will protect the Constitution. That's a threat, foreign and domestic. I can't repeat exactly. So they take one too. Yeah.
All right, guys. One more thing before we get out of here. What do y'all think about the woman who attacked the black musician's son? they finally arrested her because she tried to jump on the son thinking that her phone was stolen.
Well,
That's a disrespectful heifer.
Huh?
Disrespectful little heifer. You seen Gail King do an interview?
I haven't seen the Gail King.
yeah, I didn't see the interview yet.
Man, she made no sense. She told Gail King like, and I'm done. I went, oh.
Okay. I think she needs to do whatever jail time they give her.
Right.
And prosecute her to the fullest extent of the law they possibly can. I have no sympathy for it.
I have zero sympathy for her. As a father, I might would have gotten in trouble if she put her hands on my child.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And apparently she ran up on the right one.
Because the father slammed her, didn't he?
He pushed her down. He pushed her.
He pushed her?
Mm-hmm.
The son did.
No, the dad.
The dad. Okay. Yeah. She didn't know what she was up against. She didn't know what she was doing. But yeah. I hope she gets prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I have no sympathy for her.
You know what's gonna happen with that?
What?
I'm gonna get watched.
Then she's gonna get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, we talked about that.
She's gonna get a slap on the wrist. That's all that's gonna be.
He said, "Talk to the hand." Carter said, "Talk to that." Ain't nothing gonna happen. It's gonna get brushed under the table.
They profile a young black man.
Mm-hmm.
Even the manager got involved.
Sure did.
Was on her side.
On her side.
It was on her side.
Uh-huh.
And they found out what she left it at in the Uber or in the whole
Uber.
Left it in the Uber, and she's not even apologetic.
Right.
She's not.
I got to go back and watch.
22-year-old, man, please watch that. It's gonna make you mad.
All of that, yeah. I missed. I just caught a little bit of it, but I hadn't delved into it at all. Okay, I'm gonna check that one out.
Y'all, let's see what's happening this weekend.
Yeah,
I want to see if some of these folks get any real charges. From this capital thing, and we'll see. They may surprise.
I don't have any expectation. I don't have a dog in that fight.
Tracy, we finna wrap this thing up, Mom.
We're about to wrap it up. So here's the last thing. Pence has got 24 hours. Your girl, your cougar, Pelosi, has given Mike Pence 24 hours to do the 25th Amendment. If that fails, they are locked and loaded for the impeachment.
Well, I called her the other day, right?
Oh, Lord.
And yeah, we rapped for a minute. She told me she was going to holler at me.
Who we talking about?
Nancy Pelosi. Hit baby.
Oh, you got on speed dial like that, Jay?
Yeah, that's my baby. That's my boo right there. Like we like this right here.
You know, ain't nobody at the house. He talking that good stuff.
Crazy right now.
But we gonna find out, man. She said she would holler at me. I'm gonna try to get on the show, man. She didn't want to come last year because she was dealing with Trump. So I'm gonna try to get on the show, man, this year. So we can talk to her, we can rap a little bit, and just kind of pick her brain a little bit. So y'all be looking out for that, man. We're gonna be the first ones to have Nancy Pelosi on our podcast.
Okay, then.
You got it like that, boy?
Yeah, I'm just saying, we just,
Hey, man, you better tread lightly.
That lady's sexy, man. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all know it, man. Y'all have seen her before.
Woo, well, you better tread right. You better tread lightly, boy.
That lady there, man.
So what I'm not gonna do is engage in that particular conversation.
Say right. So you don't want nobody come. You don't want nobody come.
Y'all saw how she did that right there. Y'all saw that.
Yeah, we saw it, all right.
That lady sexy, man. Y'all better.
Yeah, we saw it, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Next time somebody come over to the house, that samurai sword gonna get used, baby.
So Carter put down there, poor black guys in the coop. I
Okay,
just
guys, we gonna kill it. We gonna kill it. And we want to thank everybody for showing up tonight,
She be
man.
wearing them little tight skirts and stuff, man. Y'all see the skirts getting a little tight, man. Y'all trying to tell y'all, man.
Steve, gonna wrap us up, baby. It's getting too out of hand.
Right.
Tracy, you know what I'm saying? You know, Nancy got a little Brazilian back there, brother. Y'all just gotta pay. I ain't paid no attention to.
Hey, I'm about to throw up in my mouth right now. Let me drink some water on that one.
All right, guys. Man, hey, look, just shut up.
I would throw candy at you.
No, don't you mess up no good candy corn on that.
Hey, man.
I forgot I love these things, man.
What's that?
Ginger
snaps. Yeah.
Woo.
Nah.
Good. Anyway, everybody put up your fours, man. It was a great show. We got something else? Lojo, you put your finger up.
I can't hold it because I can't feel it. So that's why I have to do it.
Because what's wrong again?
He got shot in the pinky.
It's my pinky and this side of my.
Listen, we talked about this the last time. It's your hand, okay? And no grown man can sit up here talking about his pinky, okay? Your hand is messed up. You gotta go get your hand worked on, okay?
They're not going to work on my hand, James.
They are gonna work on your hand.
Hey, James. They're going to work on my elbow.
And your elbow because you messed up your pinky. See, you need to stop nothing. Go ahead, Steve. Listen to it up, man. Nothing. I ain't gonna say anything. You need to stop all that.
Hey, James, let me explain something to you.
Pinky.
Love Joy.
Okay.
Woosah. Hey, grab it. Hey, Love Joy, just grab it and rub it like this. Woosah. Right. That's what you're doing. Woosah.
I was trying.
You gotta get out of here.
I tried. You caught it, Love. That's good, man. You got a lot of strength. I'm proud of you. Because I was trying. I said I was going to get
trying to make you cuss.
One good cuss word at the end of the show. That's what I figured I was going to get. Just one good.
You did good, Lovejoy. Hey, y'all give it up for Lovejoy.
He didn't cuss tonight at all.
That's really sad. That's really sad that y'all giving up on me because I didn't say a cuss word tonight. Hey man, I'm just trying to be a better me. That's all.
Good. All right, y'all, put your bills up so we can get out of here, y'all. Man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all so much, man.
Mac, I want to so bad. I want to get them right now. I want to get them back. I really do, man.
We love y'all so much, man. Hit like, hit share, let everybody know we're on here. We're growing by leaps and bounds every weekend. The four black guys.
I need everybody. Hold up. I need everybody to go to the YouTube channel and make sure y'all have subscribed to the YouTube channel. Please.
Yes.
Please. We need those subscribers. We need those likes and views over there. Go over there.
Thank you, guys. All right, y'all. We out. Peace.
Peace.